So the opportunity of the hydroponic dock arose from being such a passionate individual with regards to the Indigenous communities. I wanted to find a way to help any way I could. When researching further into the subject, I learned that there's a huge problem within high rates of diabetes within these communities compared to the rest of the population. So this problem arises from poor nutrition and the community having such swampy waters and poor agriculture.
When we first started this journey, we realized how many people were unaware of this issue. The problem we thought that needed to be fixed was something that everyone was knowledgeable about, but after we interviewed several people, we saw that many people were actually unaware. After connecting with Pasha, it led to a new connection. Pasha was an example of a lemonade leverage as she provided new information and insights on Indigenous people and a new approach to helping people. She also worked for several years with programs that focus on developing Indigenous communities and improving their well-being. After Pasha heard our idea, she started to doubt the complexity of it. With her background knowledge, she advised us to focus on something more specific and be more clear with what we really want to help. She believed that the hydroponic dock was too broad of an idea and isn't as realistic as working on something smaller first. She gave us a new opportunity to focus on the health of Indigenous people through dental work support. She said, based on her previous studies, dental work is something that most people can help with, but are unaware of this issue on Indigenous people, and we should narrow our focus towards that issue before doing something more broad.
Now I'm going to address where we went wrong. So what we needed to do was build better relationships with our customer segment, the Indigenous community, before assuming we can fix their problems. Our customer segment are not easily accessible, so we were unable to interview them directly in order to see how they would like to go about solving this issue. We based the solution, the hydroponic dock, of what we believe would be the best for the communities without their true insight or what they wanted. We went into this with good intentions, but quickly realized there's a greater issue that needs to be resolved before real implementation of our product could be done.
When we were doing our customer segment research, we learned a lot within the customers that we interviewed. We talked to Professor Warwick about our idea, and he said it could be successful if pitched the right way, just talking more about how we need to gain trust before trying to solve these communities' problems. Professor Warwick referred us to an individual named Darren Thomas, who's studying his PhD on Indigenous communities. This represented itself as more of a patchwork quilt opportunity. So now we have a new connection to bounce our idea off of. Darren Thomas works with 9 different communities in the Anishinaabe tribe, which would be really helpful to learn more about that section and those territories.
After putting a lot of time and effort into this idea, we began to think about ways that we can continue to pursue and implement our product. What we hope to accomplish in the future are a few things. We hope to continue to build progressive relationships with Indigenous communities, many of which we've already acknowledged and some of which that we haven't. We hope to network in order to create ideal partnerships with a vast majority of people in different realms of life. We really want to continue taking advantage of people we've already previously contacted in order to help implement our idea. We want to continue fostering our research to become more knowledgeable of what our dock is capable of and what will lead to the most beneficial products, such as weather conditions, actual materials of creating the dock, and actual products that we can grow and create for them. Lastly, one of our main things is to talk to organizations to try to start not-for-profit.